This video is a follow-up to my Aether Raids defense guide because some of these AI manipulations I am going to show you fit your offense better, but keep in mind they may also help building your defense mechanics properly. How the AI decides the target for chasing. AI looks at potential damage, which is the total damage it deals regardless of HP, but accounting for variables like skills, buff, debuff, and doubles. Here, just because Peony has lower defense than air does not mean she's chased. If Lin can double air but not Peony because Peony is faster, then Lin is chasing air and moving to the right side. Now the chasing target and kill target are different things. While Lin could kill both air and Peony, air was the target because she has more remaining HP. And now if I position Sigurd in such a way that I am increasing the number of threats on the right side, Lin is still chasing air and she is still moving to the right side. The best style for chasing path. In this example, I am forcing Lin to choose between the left and right side for chasing air, but because Sigurd increases the number of threats on the right side, Lin should move to the left. In this second example, the number of threats is equivalent on both sides. Therefore, Lin moves to the right side simply because the right side tile has higher priority value than the left side one. While assist trigger, under normal circumstances, we know that units without assist have priority of action, considering that melee have priority over ranged units. However, if a first unit starts moving and chasing but is threatened as a result, a rally or movement assist will immediately trigger before they continue the chasing phase. Dance and heal have top priority, then the rally, and last is movement assist. The rally requires a buff of at least 2 stats, and the movement assist must reduce the number of threats by at least 1, otherwise it will not trigger. Therefore, be careful about the threat range and position of your own units when you end turn. How the AI chooses the best target for an assist such as dance, rally or movement, which follow the same following rules. Has threatens enemy status, highest buff received, highest amount of HP healed, lower distance from closest enemy, higher visible stat total, and finally higher slot order. Considering the two potential targets, both have threatened enemy status, such as here Mia and Bramimon both threatening Keda, but Mia has more visible stats than Bramimon, and yet Bramimon is the target of a rally simply because he's closer. Now, what will happen if Bramimon receives less buff than Mia due to defense tactic affecting Bramimon? Aether will trigger rally speed death on Mia because she receives more buffs than Bramimon. What if we have multiple rallies? What if we have multiple rallies? The rallier further away from enemies should have priority, but here the distance between Keda and Byleth Aether is the same, but since Aether has a lower slot, she rallies first despite giving less buff than Byleth. Best style for rally dance. We know defense style has highest priority, which then is followed by number of threats and then teleportation. Here, because the number of threats is equal on both sides, here and here, Byleth will choose the tile that requires teleportation, otherwise Byleth will just rally from the left. Rally up is a dangerous trick and depends on slot order. If you were to bait Mia, the rally up will target Seros and Lilina moves forward here if Seros is the highest slot as long as Mia is also buffed. So if you see a rally up unit positioned backline, one way to outplay it is killing the unit with likely the direct targets. Now another option could have been killing Summer Mia and baiting Benedetta. Lilina will not move forward either way. Rally when target has already moved. Having threatens enemy status is just enough to activate rally. If a foe threatens one of your ally after moving a rally activates. A tree, for instance, is threatening Regin, but none of my units are threatening a tree. Healing Assist also follows this rule but gives priority for highest amount of HP healed if different units have different missing HP, otherwise the healing targets highest visible stats. Here you see Veronica heals Bernadetta because she has higher visible stats than Yoon. However, if I wait another turn, Bernadetta inflicts damage to Yoon once again, so Yoon now will have a total of 2 missing HP, therefore Yoon is now the preferred target. Notice that some unusual assists such as Ardent Sacrifice or Reciprocal Aid behave close but not exactly like a healing trap and can be quite deceptive. Let me show you now what happens after a hit and run. Lysithia should heal Mia simply because she has more visible stats than Bramimon. However, unlike Rally and a true healing assist, Ardent Sacrifice or Reciprocal Aid will not trigger for Mia if both possible tiles are threatened. This is a very specific role. The Restore behaves differently and targets the higher slot, which is Seros, but only if there are debuffs regardless of missing HP. If there is no debuff but only missing HP, then Restore Assist behaves just like a normal healing. The 5 damage rule is true for both the Dancer and Rallier. If a Dancer or Rallier deals less than 5 damage to one unit but also threatens a second unit due to Wings of Mercy for example, and this second unit receives at least 5 damage, the Dancer or Rallier will activate its attack mode and will decide not to dance or rally even if there is a legitimate target. Here, Yoon deals at least 5 damage to Keda, but less than 5 damage to Sigurd. So Yoon activates the attack mode and does not use rally, but she attacks Sigurd simply because she survives after attacking Sigurd, while she would die if she attacks Keda. The relevance of special terrain. Unless a special tile has more enemy threats, the AI chooses this tile as the best one for any assist, be it dance, rally or movement. Here, the number of threats on both possible tiles is the same. So, Sarah teleports to the tree as the best tile for the return trap. Special terrain is also important as it affects the distance. Obstructive terrains like water, mountain, fortress will increase the distance of all units affected by those. For instance here, a flyer is further away from the foes, but the mountain allows that unit to cross freely. Despite the distance, Mirabilis moves first because Sigurd needs 5 tiles to reach the closest foe, which is Naga, while Mirabilis needs only 4 tiles. Another variable affecting distance, Pathfinder. This is by far the most tricky one. Pathfinder alters the distance of the units. Lilina is physically closer to Plumeria, but because Mia is affected by Pathfinder, now the rally priority only depends on slot order and Mia belongs to a lower slot. For chasing, if multiple melee units stand behind Note and they all belong to a lower slot, they should all move before Note. Attacker priority. We know that combat result determines first priority, then debuff inflicting status followed by damage ratio. So remember that if you were to bait 2 units and let's say both would die, the one unit inflicting stats debuff or debuff status has priority.